I know that many of you are still continuing to shop with us for the great value on the oven. Stay on the phone lines for that or place your orders if you'd like to, but we're going to give you permission to spoil yourself. And how are we gonna do that? With all that we have to do in life, wouldn't it be nice to allow someone to take care of the floors for you, vacuuming the floors and the area rugs and to keeping your floors dust-free? Well, we can do that today with the iRobot Roomba, because all you have to do is press one button and it does all the work for you. We're so thrilled that this is a Black Friday deal. I wanna just grab my cards. Miss Rebecca, who is joining us, Rebecca Wood, happens to be our wonderful brand expert. We are offering this at the most incredible value. I'm gonna ask my colleagues to bring the monitor a little bit closer so that I can read it. But I believe we're half off.
Yes, it's an amazing deal.
Like half off. Yes. And so it's a great time to dive in because there's a big incentive and getting this at half off. Besides the fact that this is half off, one of the things that I love that we do this time of year is we give our holiday return policy.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a nice period. You have until the end of January to really decide if you love it or you don't, right?
Yeah, which you will love it.
Which
the very first time you come home and you didn't have to lift a finger and your floors are clean, or maybe you're gonna be wrapping the gifts right before everybody comes or cleaning and you can let your robot do all of the work, you're gonna love it. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna love it. And what I love about this is we're offering it at a time when you would love to give the gift of a Roomba, right? Nobody says I want a robotic vacuum, they say I want a Roomba, and there's reason for that. iRobot, the company behind Roomba, they have been innovating computers and robotics for 30 years. They've been building robotic vacuums for 20 years. They debuted their very first vacuum here on HSN.
Can I tell you, it's funny because in preparing for the show, I was trying to remember how long ago it has been since we've been offering them. And I've been a part of the HSN family for 25 years. So you're absolutely right. This technology is extraordinary. If you ever did a little research on it, it's similar technology that they use in kind of the space programs and on the moon and that sort of thing. There is so much technology and smarts built into these wonderful robots that they, in fact, vacuum your floors more efficiently than most of us do and for a longer period of time.
And I will tell you, I was one of the people that didn't think, no, there's nobody that can clean
do a better job than I can.
My girls clean, I go behind them and I clean again. There's nobody that can clean as well as I clean. Oh, let me tell you, I was not born with a dirt detect sensor.
Yes.
I was not born with a patented 3-stage cleaning system that nobody else has on the face of this earth. I was not born with the sensors that will make sure it doesn't, because let me tell you, sometimes when you're cleaning, I go over one time, right? Just one time, you go a sweep, it looks clean.
Of course.
With that dirt detect, and you can see it thinking. Do you see how that light illuminates on top? It is
But look at how it's going underneath.
Yeah.
Look at how smart it is. Okay, did you guys see what it just did? It literally, it just literally went all around my feet.
And what did you do?
I didn't move.
Sat here and relaxed.
I just sat here.
We talked.
But I love how it's going underneath. Yeah. Think about that heavy sofa or that coffee table that's hard to move. Think about your bed. When was the last time you vacuumed underneath your bed and all the dust that accumulates? Roomba is able, because of that low profile, to be able to not only vacuum those areas, but to be able to get to those hard to get to areas. So for yourself, I love this for you. Right? I think it's an amazing gift to give to someone, but I know all of us, those of us that are responsible for the chores in our home, look, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to kind of taking one more thing off the list.
Oh, yes.
And the fact that all I have to do is set this and forget it, I love it, and it does a much better job than I can actually do.
And I love what iRobot has done. They have given us so much technology. You will not believe when I walk you through everything. This has our latest technology built in at an introductory price. You will not find that anywhere. It's the lowest price in the entire country.
All right, don't miss it
then.
And
let me tell you, when you hear me say technology though, iRobot makes sure that it is technology that's gonna fit everybody. I love using the app. I love setting it for up to 5 days a week, so it just vacuums without me even thinking. Or you can just press a button to turn it on, and another button to send it on its way, and that's it. So it's technology that fits you. You can get as high-tech as you want or not.
I want you to turn it over on the top. If you can, turn it back over.
Yep.
Because I want everybody to take a look at the top of it. So I know we're talking about technology and smarts, but there's only a button to press there. So I just want you to know that you don't have to be technically savvy, right? You can use the app if you'd like to, but you don't have to. If you can press a button, and you press it twice, and this thing will go, and it'll go for a long time. Here's what I want you to do. Come on in and take advantage of our Black Friday price. You're looking at free shipping and less than $50. If you need a new vacuum, you should buy this. If your vacuum right now is, maybe it needs a bag, or it needs belts, or it's too heavy, or it's too clunky, or it's on the blink, upgrade to this one. The technology and these iRobot Roombas, I know that Rebecca's gonna walk us through, but more advanced than ever before. And we're showing a video, Rebecca, so I'd love for us to talk about this for a moment so that we can really explain to everyone what this is.
So it's mapping your house. So if you are gonna use that app, which I love, the very first time you say map my house, it goes and it is going to learn your house. It's going to run and clean every single inch of your house. And then you can go and name it. You're always gonna get the clean lines. So many people love those clean lines with the upright. You get the clean lines with your Roomba as well. And what I love, if you are gonna use that app, one of my favorite things is it will actually say, hey, the pollen count's kind of high today. Maybe you should add an extra cleaning. So I love the app. I love that the other day I was doing all of my decorating. There was glitter everywhere. After decorating for 5 hours, there was no way I wanted to bring out a vacuum and clean. I just said, and I mapped it, clean my living room. My robot came to me, cleaned my entire living room, and all the glitter was gone. You've seen this, it was running just while we were talking, and it looked clean. It looked white, it looked beautiful, right? Watch how much it's got just in those few,
oh my goodness.
Just in the few minutes that we were talking. We started it while we were sitting here, and look at how much it was able to clean. Now, what you're also getting is 2 filters. You're gonna love the filter. There's the filter right there. You're getting 2. This is a high efficiency, 99.9%. It's gonna clean of dander, of allergens, so you are gonna get that deep down clean. And you're also getting the virtual wall. The virtual wall you're gonna love. We have it right there. And why do you want that? Because it's gonna create a 2-foot barrier, or a 10-foot barrier, or a 2-foot halo. So if you have water, in your pet dishes, I like it right now for this time of year. I put it in where my tree skirt is. So it doesn't go into my gifts. It doesn't go into my tree skirt.
Yes, I understand.
So you're gonna love that. That's a $60 value alone, just for the virtual wall.
It is the lowest price that we found on this model. It's also half off while supplies last. I love that you're getting the newest, one of the newest models, which is really wonderful. And I do also love that you're buying it during this period of time. You know, normally we do offer 30 days to make a final decision, but I like that you have a little longer now. You have until the end of January to get a full refund. But if you are like me, oftentimes I have so much on my plate that I say to myself, oh, if I can only duplicate myself, if only I could be doing the chores and be at the movies or at a great restaurant, right? Or at the gym, right? Think about how many moving parts we have in life. And, you know, I say give yourself permission. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who does the floors, at least the floors are done well. And with the iRobot Roomba, quite frankly, they do a much better job because they actually will vacuum over an area far more times than most of us ever will. There's actually science and technology to support that. Here's why I'm excited about you getting it today. Best price that we've offered, it's all of our Black Friday deals, plus we ship it to you with free shipping, and it's less than $50, which is really wonderful. So we're showing just a traditional type of carpet. You don't have to watch Roomba, although we hear originally, like sometimes you do.
It's fun, because you're like, no, it's not gonna get to this area.
Yes, it does. A smart chip built inside where it actually maps it out. I love all the YouTube and the TikTok videos of the pets.
Oh, it's so much fun. It is, you name them. I've named mine. I have 2, Thelma and Louise. I mean, you have so much fun. But what you're gonna see is it's making hundreds of decisions every single second. It's deciding where is that dirt. When you see this illuminating and it stops, that's the dirt detect sensor. See right there? It senses the dirt. It's not gonna leave that area. until it's completely clean. I don't have a dirt detect. I wasn't born with a dirt detect sensor. I would go one time and I would think it's clean. This is gonna stay in that area.
Right, because how do you know?
Exactly. And this is the patented 3-stage cleaning system that I wanted to show you. It is beautiful. It starts with that edge sweeping brush. This is how a round robot gets into the corners. And I love to show this. Do you see how it actually dips down? Goes out 2 inches past, it gets actually under my stove. My upright can't do that, right? This gets up and under my stove. It also goes down, so if you have divots, if you have grout, it gets into the grout area. It's gonna push everything into, what we have here is our multi-surface rubber brushes, and they move against each other with one lifting, loosening, and pulling all the dirt and debris from even high pile carpet. The second one is going to pull it into the bin with this particular robot. What you're seeing right here, 10 times the suction power of our 600 series. 10 times the suction power.
Yikes.
This is the best you are gonna love this robot.
What's the runtime on this?
90 minutes, but guess what? What it's gonna do is...
Have you ever vacuumed for 90 minutes straight?
No, no way. No, that's crazy talk.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat that. 90 minutes runtime. On my best day,
no.
If I vacuum for 10 to 15 minutes on my best day. I don't think I've even vacuumed that long.
Right.
I'm actually probably being very generous because most vacuums are super heavy, right?
Yes.
And they're cumbersome. And we bemoan, especially the deep cleaning that we have to do. What's great about this is look at how hard we're working.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're
Sit,
working
chat,
so
have some
hard.
coffee, relax.
Right?
Get your gift wrapping done, your cooking done.
You're cooking, you could be folding clothes. If you've ever wanted to be that great multitasker,
This is it.
Now you can do it. At least you know that your floors will remain dust-free and nice and clean. One less thing for you to worry about. Give yourself permission to get this at home. Get it on the FlexPay and just have those small payments. There's so much to do. I have a busy house with the dog at home. I know you do too.
2 dogs, 3 kids.
Yeah, so there's a lot of foot traffic, and the floors do get dusty. And you know, even with some of the upright things that we have, you still have to physically do it.
No, I was doing mine 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Because I had to. Long-haired girls, dogs that shed.
Yes.
It was 2 to 3 times. It took me about an hour to do my downstairs to get it really good and clean. So sometimes you let it go, right? You're just too tired. You're like, I have worked a full day. I don't move my couch because I'm too tired to move my couch. This gets under my couch.
How nice it would be for you to set this so that all the vacuuming is done.
That's what I do.
While you're out running your errands, or even while you're out at work and you come home to perfectly clean, beautiful floors. Don't miss your chance to shop. Been here at HSN for over 20 years. This model, though, is the new model at half the price.
Latest,
free shipping.
Exactly, and I cannot stress, we've got the latest technology at half the price. And do you see how it's blinking?
I see the light.
I love that illuminating light that's making a decision. Where am I gonna go next?
So
it
it's
learns
thinking.
your home. It's constantly thinking.
Yeah, nice.
It's constantly learning your environment. We've got the halo here. This is where the halo is. So I always put mine next to my pet dishes. It's gonna create a 2-foot barrier. See how it came up there? That's the closest it's going to get.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about it hitting and the water going everywhere.
And that's included. And
this is included.
And that's sold separately is?
It's $60.
All right.
And the batteries are already. So, and it's not high tech. I can't express that. It is high tech, but not for you.
Yes.
You just turn it on. That's all you have to do. And we'll do a 2-foot halo or a 10-foot barrier.
Let's talk about a couple of things. Let's talk about carpets that may have fringe.
Okay.
Right? Let's talk about stairs.
Love that.
A lot of people have stairs
We'll
in
come
their
over
home.
here while we're talking about that. And first, let's talk about that reactive sensor. This is the first one that I've used that has what's called a reactive sensor. That reactive sensor is going to ensure that it doesn't get tangled, doesn't get into the what you have on your floor, your pet toys, anything like that. Now, see how I just pressed a button, started it, it's gonna go on. So that's a reactive sensor to make sure those tassels are safe and all the stuff on your floor. Now what you're gonna see is our cliff detect in action. There are 4 sensors in the front here, so we'll never go over.
And I don't have to program that.
No,
it knows.
You bring this home. So if you're not somebody that wants to use the app, I love the app. I love scheduling it for 5 days a week, 9 o'clock, Monday through Friday.
Aren't you spoiled?
I am so spoiled. I have not had to vacuum my house myself
I'm gonna
since
get
I've
this.
had this.
I'm gonna get this for myself.
It is the best gift you can get yourself. And you can see it will never go off the edges because of that cliff detect. So think about all of the sensors, cliff detect sensors, reactive sensors to make sure it doesn't get tangled up. You've also got that dirt detect, which is my favorite thing. It will stay in that area and it will not leave until all of the dirt. And the other thing I want to say, we have 3 going here. It is quiet. I can have this going on and watch TV, and it does not interfere.
I noticed that it's so much more quieter than most upright vacuums.
Yes.
I want to talk to you about something. Think about those upright vacuums. How many of you have difficulty lifting them? Many of them can be super incredibly heavy, which could be very challenging for your hips or really challenging for your back. And aren't you over lifting those upright vacuums after all? Listen, they have their place. We sell them all the time. But wouldn't it be nice to know that you don't have to do that anymore?
Yeah.
What a wonderful gift to give to someone who wants to be able, we all want our homes to be as clean and as pristine as we can, but maybe there's someone in your life that can't manage with a traditional upright vacuum, but they can either program this, or you can program this for them on the app, or they can take their finger and they can press that button twice and it will go and do its job. If you'd love to order, it's the newest and the latest that we've been able to bring in, and over 200 of you have ordered it. Here's what you should know. These are normally over $400, which is a great price for this technology, but it's half off because it's our Black Friday deal. And with so many people responding just in this initial show, I wouldn't wait. You're looking at free shipping and less than $50. If you need to upgrade and you need a new vacuum anyway, are you fussing and fighting with your vacuum, right? Is it hard to kind of switch out and maybe dispense of the trash? Are you still using a vacuum that might have bags or even belts? Is it loud? Is it heavy? This gives you a chance to now finally get the technology that is proven. Remember, 20 years they've been making these robots and the technology is unbelievable. This is a terrific value. Don't miss your chance to grab it, and especially because you do have until the end of January to make a final decision. And with the response, just in this initial showing, I can tell you that these won't last for long. So if you're just tuning in, this is Rebecca Woods. Rebecca happens to be the brand ambassador for the iRobot Roomba i4, and I want to talk specifically about this model, because they're all different and they do kind of change models and they're different levels. Tell us a little bit about what makes this model so exciting.
So what's so exciting about this is you're getting the very highest of our technology, but at an introductory price. I mean, that's why when I was telling you all of the sensors,
happy dance, right?
It's crazy when I saw this. And you said I get to be the brand ambassador. I feel so lucky. Oh yeah. First of all, it is life-changing because I'm reading books for the first time in my daughter's 18 years. 18 years.
I want to do that so much.
It feels so good.
I was just telling someone today, like, I don't know about anybody else. I'm tired of being busy all the time.
Oh, it's exhausting.
I miss the days when I could just read a book.
So, and what do you want to take off your plate? You can't take off taking care of the kids, taking care of the grandkids. You can't take off taking them to school, doing the laundry. You can take off doing the vacuuming, and it's never been better.
And do it, because listen, even if you find doing chores therapeutic, and I know a lot of people do, like my sister, most of us, if you had to do it, you would say, oh my gosh, I'd rather be doing X, Y, and Z. Spending time with your best friend, right? Or taking a nice long walk and enjoying some fresh air. Going to a movie, as you've talked about. Again, in the big scheme of things in life, the floors,
you shouldn't have to worry about it.
I can tell you, after the year that I've had, that's not something that you'll even think about if something ever happens to you, right?
No, right.
So I love that you've got the technology. Now, we want you to look at this television screen because, yes, I know that you know that this gives you time back, that this frees you up, because now this vacuum will do all the floors without you needing to do it. But we want to tell you the why behind it, because there is really extraordinary technology that's built into it, and we're seeing a close-up of that.
Yep, that's our patented 3-stage cleaning system that you're only going to find with iRobot. It's 10 times the suction power. 10 times
Look at the
suction
candy.
power. That's the first time I can say that. It just sucks it right up into the bin, plus you're getting that high-efficiency filter.
So I want to go back to that.
Yes,
10 times
the suction power.
So oftentimes, even when we're selling an upright vacuum, right, and we sell a lot of big brand names, we're talking about the suction power.
Exactly.
Right, because that's that's when you're having a vacuum and you're hearing all of that kind of action going.
The suction is where all of it is, right.
10 times the suction
of our 600
in this
series.
new model, which is why I want you to know the why behind it.
There's another big
one. It's exciting.
There's another big one. This has a 20% longer lasting life battery. The battery will last 20% longer than our other batteries. So when I say it's the latest technology, it's the greatest technology, yes, you're gonna get that app home if you want to. You set it, it's gonna map your home out. It'll tell you when you should, when you should schedule those if you have the pollen count. Or remember, just once to turn it on, once to wake it up and send it on its way, and take a look at the mess that it's gonna get. This was a white carpet that looked completely clean, right? Look what we were able to get up in just the time that we were talking. And all I had to do was press a button. It's really, really brilliant technology.
Yeah. All floor surfaces, by the way. So we've got carpeting here. Yes. We've got some, looks like some tile here.
Well, and I do want to show you that's because of our wheels.
Okay.
So if you see these wheels, look at that.
Oh, perfect.
So when you have high transition strips, the high pile carpet from the wood, you can see how they actually just glide right over it.
And it knows automatically.
It knows, it does it without, that's when you see it
a lot of times with your vacuum, if you go from a carpet, let's say, to a hard floor, you've got to switch the dial on your vacuum.
You're right, you do not have to do any switching here.
You don't have to do that with this, because it automatically knows. And you heard me ask earlier about your area rugs that might have the tassels or the fringe.
Yep.
It automatically knows. Your stairs, you're saying, I've got stairs in my home. It automatically knows.
It automatically knows.
It's amazing. Like I said, years ago, because I've been offering iRobot Roombas here for a long time, and I remember years ago, I was reading some information about how some of the technology in these iRobot Roombas are similar technologies that they use in the space program.
Because iRobot is a robotics company.
Yes.
They specialize in this, but they also do for all.
Look at this go to town.
Do you just love it?
Oh,
they're
my
like dancing.
gosh.
Do you know what they're using right now? Our soft touch bumper technology, meaning they'll never ram into your walls or your cupboards or your counter, whatever. That's the soft touch bumper, so you don't have to worry about it like marring your walls or anything like that. We also, really quickly, I want to talk about this. We talked about how smart it is. What it's going to do when you have it map your house is it's going to run for 90 minutes, right? It's going to go back to its home by itself. You didn't have to do anything. It's going to recharge, and then when it's recharged, go back to the exact spot it stopped and pick up until your entire house is mapped.
Drop the mic.
And I watched it because I was like,
come on. Wait a second. We can't wrap on that note. Wait a minute. It'll vacuum for 90 minutes.
Yes.
It'll come back on its own
to recharge
itself. And once it's recharged itself, if it hasn't completely vacuumed all the surfaces in your home, it'll go back to the spot that it stopped at and then finish the job. Let me just say this. It's the best thing.
I don't remember where I stopped.
Oh my gosh. And if you stop, you're done for the day.
Yes, exactly.
You're like, okay, I'll get it the next time. It'll go under your bed, under your sofa.
Yes.
You never have to. I love it. I love it.
It's amazing.
Great Black Friday deal.
Yes.
Super.
Thank you.
All right, free shipping. Enjoy your flex pay. If you buy this, you've already satisfied your $75. You'll get free shipping and handling. Thank you once again for being here.
Thank you.
We love our Andrew Lessman vitamins. He's got a great special to tell us all about. Stay close. I'll be back on the other side with a look at our today's special and a lot more. Keep calling on that. That's fantastic.